Hi dear students, now I'm going to take the topic inline function. Okay, so already normal function we know about normal C function. Okay, so start, this is the main function body. If we call the function, it will go to that function body. Again it will process the function, return the result to the main function. We already know this normal function. Okay, so the main function, inside the main function we have function call, the flow of control transfer to the function call. Here the process goes on, then again the result will be returned back to the main function. Okay, this is normal function. Okay, so here I have explained what is a inline function. Okay, so when the program execute the function call instruction, here the instruction, the CPU stores the memory address of the following function call. Okay, the copies the arguments of the function on the stack, finally transfer control to the specific function. The CPU execute the function code, store the function, return the value in a predefined memory location or register, again return the calls to the calling function. Okay, this is what happened. Calling function, called function. Okay, so in inline function, the main concept is, on inline function is a function where the compiler replaces the function call with actual function code during compilation. Okay, so here we are once the function call that goes to that function and process it and return back to main function. In inline function, what will happen means, here the compiler replaces the function call with actual function code. Okay, so இங்கே நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா, வித்தின் த மெயின் ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்குள்ளே ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் கால் வச்சுருப்போம், மை ஃபங்க்ஷன்னு. அந்த ஃபங்க்ஷனை கால் பண்ணும், அங்கே ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு அகெயின் இட் வில் ரிட்டர்ன் டு த மெயின் ஃபங்க்ஷன். பட் ஆனால் இன்லைன் ஃபங்க்ஷனில் என்ன நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா, ஸோ the ஒரிஜினல் ஃபங்க்ஷனில் என்ன நடக்குதோ அதை அங்கே அப்படியே என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா மெயின் ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்கு காப்பி பண்ணிவிடும். ஓகேவா, தட் இஸ் இன்லைன் ஃபங்க்ஷன். ஓகே, you can see the difference. Okay, so C++ provide inline function, reduce function call overhead. Okay, inline function is a function, it is expanded in the line when it is called. எங்கே கால் பண்ணுறோமோ அங்கேயே வந்து காப்பி பண்ணிவிடும். when inline function is called, the whole code of the inline function gets inserted or substituted at the point of inline function call. மை ஃபங்க்ஷனில் நான் கால் பண்ணுறேன் அப்படின்னா, மை ஃபங்க்ஷனில் என்ன ப்ராசஸ் நடக்குமோ அந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன் கோடை அப்படியே என்ன பண்ணிவிடும் அப்படின்னா இங்கே காப்பி பண்ணிவிடும். ஓகேவா, தட் இஸ் இன்லைன் ஃபங்க்ஷன். Here I have mentioned the function prototype. மேம் அனுப்பிட்டேனே மேம் அப்போவே மேம். This is the normal procedure for any function. So before main function I have given the function prototype. Inside the main function, I have called the function. So this is function definition. Okay, so inside inline function, so this is normal function procedure. Okay, so once function inside the function definition I am returning the variable, it will go to main function. Through the main function I am printing the square. Okay, so this is normal function. If you give before function definition, I am giving inline. Okay, so what will happen, it will copy this code, entire code to main function. Okay, this what happen in main function, inline function. Okay, while I am running this program, the same output will happen. So if you run this program in console, you can see the difference, the minute time difference you can see. Okay, of using this inline function is it will no function call over, it avoids function call overhead, and it faster execution will happen. Okay, useful for small and simple function, not for large projects. Okay, so it improves the performance in frequently used functions. The main disadvantage of using this inline function is it increases the program size. That code duplication will happen. Okay, not suitable for large and complex functions, and a compiler may ignore inline function. Okay, if the function is complex. If you are writing the program for complex number, before that you have written that name inline. Okay, so what will happen? The compiler may ignore that functions. Okay, when you have to use this inline function, you can use this inline function only for small function like a getter setter function used frequently. If you are using any function, at that time you can use inline function. For simple calculation alone, you can use this inline function. Okay, it is the what is the main important is it inline is commonly request to the compiler, not a command. Okay, the compiler may or may not inline the function. Okay, so this is what inline function. So the inline function improve the performance by reducing the function call overhead, but they should be used only for small and simple function alone. Okay, that's it. This is called inline functions.